Hello folks, just doing the second video here on Raith Rovers. Started a new game where we're going to be looking to get into the Premier League in the first season hopefully. Yeah, so just got a first few games to play through here in this second video. But I'll let you see who we have brought in. So good few players coming in on free transfers here. Joe Paiva, Adolfo, some of the usual suspects that you've seen from the last game. Michael Anderson, really good versatile young player to bring in. Olsen again, same thing. Managed to get Echo, so really happy to get him in as a striker. He'll be a good partnership with Nacho Novo. And got David Fox, young midfielder. Managed to get this Greek left winger in, Raith. He'll be decent at this level. Espin in as a young centre half, again Spanish young player, good option there. Got in Mr. Versatile Andy Williams, so happy with that one as well. John Rankin, another good young central midfielder, and Billy McKinley, he'll be my captain. He's came on board, so that's a really good sign in that one. Nadiello, again, young striker, might sell him on once we get a bit further on. Brought in this guy from Montrose, Gary McGlynn, I should say, long time before John McGlynn. So he's a good keeper to bring in. Was at Montrose, paid 150k for him, but he's a really good keeper at this level, so happy to get him in. And then got this young Greek keeper in here as well. Good money going out so far, good price for Jay Steen there, and Sean Dennis is left as well. Still got a few up for sale. Andy Smith, George Orwell should shift in pretty soon. McCulloch's picked up an injury here, but we'll get a bit of interest in him once he's fit again as well. And then we just got these reserve players just to move on. And then still, let's see here, future transfers. So yeah, we're looking still for a work permit for Subov. So hopefully on that one, because that'll really give me a full squad then if he gets his work permit as well. So brought in a few coaches, just hoping to see these younger guys just to see hopefully their stats will go up. This guy's decent for a striking coach. So we'll see how these guys develop. I might search for a few as the game goes on. So yeah, looking pretty good with that one so far. So we'll set up the team here. We'll go McGlynn in goals. That'll be Brown, Ellis and Espin as my main defensive choices. Then we're going to have Raith on the left wing, Clark starting on the right wing. We've got Matheson and we'll go Williams, McKinley, then Matheson in the attacking midfield role. We've got a pretty solid pair of strikers in Novo and Echo there for this level. And then we'll just set up some of the more versatile players on the bench. Yeah, so that should be good to go. Billy McKinley is captain, and we've got our first game is a cup game, League Cup against Brecon City. Yeah, so I'm not expecting it to be too difficult to get up from the first division. You've got a couple of teams that will be ones to look out for. St Mirren are usually good, Ayr, Falkirk sometimes, but I think we've got enough players that were already here and brought in some really good ones. Unfortunately, Batrino turned me down and went to Dynamo Kiev, so didn't get that one. But once we sell on a couple of players more, we might be able to look at the remaining free agents. But straight away, the squad's good enough for this level. We'd expect Matheson to pop up with a few goals as well. I probably won't look too much at any other players, because although I'm going to have a bit of money, it can go down if the wage bills ending up higher than the kind of income, the gate receipts, etc. So you've got to watch out for this when you've got clubs like this kind of stature. So yeah, we win in the cup straight away, but it's probably to be expected. So managed to get this Spanish guy in as a goalkeeping coach. He's pretty good stats, so he'll basically be my goalkeeping coach for the season, so that's good. And I don't think there's many on the frees that are worth having a look at, to be honest. Not really. Oh, perfect though, we've got Zubov's work permit, so he'll be definitely playing the right wing spot for the season. So yeah, that's basically a full squad in, and I think I've only spent 150k, so that's good. I'll pop Zubov in there. So yeah, we'll just play through. They'll play through these cup games. I've got Hearts in the League Cup second round, so that'll be a good one to have a look at. And the league debut here against Clyde. So yeah, I probably won't look again too much at players until January, if we can get some in on Bosmans for going up into the Premier League. I am going to just say we'll go up into the Premier League. I know we'll definitely win this league. The team's more than good enough the way it is for this kind of level. And we'll probably see Echo getting a fair amount of goals because he's solid for this level. So hopefully picking up 3 points here yet in the first league game. So you can see, although the capacity is 10,000, my attendance is going to be around that 3,000 mark for the home games. So it's not a lot, to be honest. So you've got to watch that you don't overload the squad. And if you're going to bring players in, you want to be also putting the players out that they're replacing. Shouldn't really be wanting to sit with more than maybe 24 players at the club altogether. So I'm just going to start taking offers as they come in. As long as I'm getting what they're worth now, I'll be happy enough with that. And do you know what? I'm just going to recall my scouts. Not much point in doing that just now. Don't really have funds available, so it's kind of a pointless exercise. Just look at players that are available on freeze. So yeah, Challenge Cup first round against Airdrie. This could be one of the trickier wee ties that you could get here for a first round, so not a great draw, but I think we'll have enough for them. So we've already got Novo and Echo on the goal trail. I tend to find as the season moves on as well, I've got players who are getting really good average ratings, putting in the performances. There'll be plenty teams in the SPL that'll stick bids in, so should be able to make a few bob before the end of the season as well. But as I said, they're not really going to look at anybody until the money's in. And yeah, holding up pretty well here, fitness wise so far. A couple of changes at half time there, might as well. The game's safe. So yeah, that's definitely got enough for Airdrie. Novo hat trick. So he'll just tick along just fine there, and his value will go up. So there's every chance something will come in for him. And we'll just hopefully offload a few of these guys. Hoping for a bit of interest in Smith and O'Boyle. Yeah. So I did Smith twice there. There we go, so hopefully get something in for them, because I don't want them hanging about too long. So yeah, so we'll play through this Arbroath and Hearts game, see how we get on. And yeah, so I want to just get rid of any excess players as quickly as possible, because I don't want kind of unnecessary spend on wages. So we'll just put these guys on freeze just now. Maybe get third division teams coming in for them hopefully, but might have to just release a few. So they're just not going to be up to the level that we're after. So yeah, on to Arbroath in the league. And Andy Williams is going to be a great for this level as well, so I was happy to get him in. He's always one to look at, because he's just can play anywhere basically. So this is going to be pretty straightforward this season, I'd imagine, but that will all change when we get up into the SPL. Definitely realistic to get in the top half in the SPL, I'd imagine, provided that we can bring in some good players in the summer. But Celtic and Rangers are pretty dominant, and they've got a lot of good players, so that's where the challenge part will kick in here. But another good amount of goals here for Rico. Hat trick there. He's basically started on fire, so he's just going to go up in value pretty steadily. Offloaded McCulloch there, so that's decent. Got an offer in for Smith. Yes, that should load up the funds pretty well. I don't need to bring anyone in, so I'm not just going to spend money for the sake of it now. as you want to keep an eye on that. So aye, pretty big game up here. A couple of them unhappy at the sale of Smith, but he wasn't involved, so that's too bad. So yeah, Hearts in the League Cup second round. Here we go. Feels like quite a harsh draw for the second round. Stefan Adam. Oh, I thought it was a wee debut goal. Well, first goal for Zubov there, but not to be. So yeah, this will show that there's a distinct difference in quality between the First Division and the SPL. And that's a couple of goals chopped off, so doesn't look like the gods are going to favour us in this one. And we'll give this guy Olsen a try up front, why not? Nacho Novo though, pops up with one. And Zubov gets his first goal. Can we hold on here? Wow, brilliant comeback there. So that was a kind of unexpected little comeback result. Obviously a fairly competitive game, but happy to get through that because it seemed like a bit of an unfair draw for a League Cup second round, to be honest. And then we've got this cup game against East Stirling, so that should be pretty standard. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just keep playing through here. Come back in the next video. Hopefully we'll get through this Challenge Cup to the final. Maybe come back for that. Like you see how I'm getting on in the league, but yeah, it's not going to be much of a difficulty level getting up in this. And there is only one promotion spot, but it'll be between me and St Mirren. I'll not, you can tell it straight away. Falkirk guy, they'll do okay, but we'll see how we get on. And yeah, we'll come back in the next video. I'll let you see how it's all going. So cheers for watching, folks.